Hi everybody. Okay, so I've been watching Court for most of the day. I did get to watch Reinhardt and Bold. But I have to give you a little warning here. It's raining where I'm at, and there's slight thunderstorms. So if I lose you, I'll try to come back as best I can, and I'll make the videos. But I'm gonna try to make some quick ones because of the situation here. Okay. So. All right, so YNR has been good for the past couple days, but all right. So I'm going to talk about two things here, two separate things. I'm going to talk about the wardrobe and talk about storylines a little bit. All right. So the wardrobe lately has been Diane is a bad character. Um, there's good and bad. So she's bad because 99% of the time she's been in black. To the point where I have said multiple times in videos, could you please put her in another dark looking color and not be black because we get the message. So somebody in the wardrobe department or whatever uh, decided to put her in a color that's in the berry family, like mulberry, grape, something like that, one day. And then today she was in dark royal blue, like that color. That was 2 days out of the last 4 months or something. She's been in other colors other than black. So yeah. Okay. And then also, okay. So Chelsea was in orange today and Audra was in hot pink. So they're really trying to convey summer. And also, what I didn't know is that July sweeps starts today, although it's June 27th. Okay? I didn't know they start early, although it makes sense, I guess. But because I figured July 1st or something. Okay. All right. So down to the storylines. Okay. So Connor has OCD, and it's gotten so bad that now he's tried to hurt himself, and they had to turn him from being in the resident part to a patient inpatient. So now the parents can't see him at all. And it's kind of weird, but although if I think about it, it's not so weird. There have been some people who commented that they could see maybe Chelsea and Billy could split up because they it's not that they've been arguing, but they've been apart for a while, and plus Chelsea and Adam have been dealing with Connor, their son. So Adam has been Chelsea's support more than Billy, but poor Billy, feels like he's kind of out of the loop because he wants to help. He just doesn't know what he could do to help. So yeah. And then also, another storyline of the Kyle deciding if he's going to go to Glissade to work for Victor Newman. Essentially, because as we all know from before, Victor Newman is a mysterious benefactor or whatever of Audra being able to get Glissade, right? So if Kyle works for Glissade, then he has to work for Victor in that regard. Okay? And also, there's another caveat. He has to work with Audra. And although they had that slight fling months and months ago, it was only a couple times and it burned out because once Audra figured out she couldn't use him, she threw him away. Yeah. So now they're forced to work together and to try to collaborate. Okay. Although I don't really know if that's gonna happen or not. Like in actuality, it seems like a good plan, but in practice, I don't know how it's gonna work out. So we have that piece. And then we have the piece of there was another thing. There was something else. Okay. Ashley, but now she's just kind of like over there because somebody asked how is Ashley doing, and they said, "Oh, she's fine. She's in the treatment center." So I guess it's yesterday's news. I don't know. Um. Okay. So yeah, I think I covered it. The other thing. Okay, Lily and Devon with Winters, Chancellor Winters, whatever the hell they're gonna call it, because it's Chancellor Winters now, but Billy has been on the warpath or whatever to involve the Abbott name, which I think is ludicrous because hold a second, please. Okay, sorry, I got a text message real quick. Okay, so what was I saying? Lily and Devon fighting about Chancellor Winters, although Billy's been, for Abbott or whatever. Okay, so, um, and it's not that I forgot it, it's just that it's funny to me how they position the storylines so that you focus on one and kind of forget the other ones because they do back burner them a lot. So remember how the that piece was a big piece for a while, and then it just kind of dissipated away. So I was like, okay, I guess they come to a conclusion with their differences, but apparently not. But now Nate, so get this, there's a switch. Okay, you know how I told you that um Nate was the good guy to begin with, the surgeon, the good surgeon that, would never harm people, yada, yada, yada. He was with Elena, and, you know, and then he cheated on her, and so I was like, okay, he's a bad boy. Okay, so they're turning the good guy into a bad boy, right? Okay, so now, I guess, they're trying to turn him into Peacemaker because, um, uh, Lily and Devon have been fighting a lot, and not fighting, just like disagreeing, but then the disagreement turns into a fight. Okay, and they come from two completely different schools of thought. And Nate is the one being the peacemaker and saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we're getting off the topic here. Shouldn't our focus be X? And our focus is now Y, and we've now completely derailed you know. Um, so that was interesting to see, but I think it's going to take a couple of weeks or something to figure out what happens there because, um, well, it's just like in life, and I was thinking about this when I was talking about it the first time. It's not a good business decision to change your name because, okay, if you have a client base, a customer base, and they know you as whatever. Okay, let's say, I don't know, Microsoft. I'm picking something out of the hat. Don't judge. I'm saying Microsoft has been Microsoft forever. So if they decide to change the name from something else from that, people be like, what? Huh? Why are they changing the name? I'm confused. What's the point? Yeah. So while I get that Billy wants family pride or whatever to have Abbott on something, there's already Jabot. So you don't need another Abbott company. And I said this before with the same reaction. You don't need two Abbott companies. You just don't. So, I don't know. All right. Sorry if I got a little heated there. um, Okay, I think I covered it all. All right. Bye, everybody.